George Sedano is with us. Again, you can watch him tonight. ACC Network will have the Canes game. George will be on the call. You can listen to the game here as well. We would be remiss, because you do such good work in the NBA, we would be remiss if we didn't ask about Damian Lillard. I know that's what Solana's most interested about. Is Damian Lillard going to be part of the Miami Heat for Game 1?
If I were guessing, I think so, because I don't think any team is going to give up what Portland wants. And to my knowledge, the Portland brass has not been helpful in trying to engage in these conversations. But the closer we get to training camp, and I know there's different reporting out there based on what will happen for training camp, he's going to report, but you don't want a disgruntled player. And if you're Portland, let's say he's there, it's going to be a circus. Literally everybody is going to be there. They will not have had as much media there since the last time they were in the finals, back when Clyde Drexler and those guys were there. Like it's going to be insane. It's going to end up happening. I think he ends up becoming a Heat player by the time the season starts. And I think that as you look at what the Heat were allegedly offering, it's starting to look a lot better. Jovic looked really damn good, in FIBA basketball. And those picks that they're going to get, future picks, nobody knows what those picks are going to be. They could be terrible. They could be bad. People assume, they're going to be bad picks because they're going to be good. We've had seasons here in South Florida derailed by injury plenty of times. So you never know what those picks are going to be. So I think that the best offer is going to be the Heat. I don't think any other team is going to step up in a way that's going to be significantly better than the Heat. And I think that Portland's friends, it's not just the front office, it's the people that run the franchise, have just been, I would say, negligent in the way they are handling this, because you have just put everyone there in a really tough position, not just Dame, but all those young guys that you're trying to develop who are just seeing how you're treating one of the legends of your franchise.
Yeah, actually, Jovic is off the table now, George. So sorry, Cronin. Sorry, Cronin. You're going to take Jamal Cain in a second, and you're going to like it. No, but yeah, George.
By the way, yeah.
I was going to say, is it as simple as Cronin doesn't want to be the GM that goes down as the guy that traded away their greatest player, second greatest player in franchise history, and he's just derailing this so that once push comes to shove and they get this deal done, as everybody ultimately thinks it happens, he can say, well, we did everything we possibly could to get the best trade possible, and we, exhausted all routes prior to making the deal? Or do they really just not like what the Heat are reportedly offering?
I think it's a combination of all those things. I would also add that his superiors, now granted, Paul Allen, as we know, passed away, and the family trust runs the organization, but there are people in that organization who worked very closely with Paul Allen, who work also for both his sports teams, for the Seahawks and the Blazers. And I think some of those people have really become a challenge potentially to getting this thing done. I don't even think that it's necessarily Joe Cronin as much at this point as the people that he reports to. And again, those aren't basketball people necessarily. So I think that's been one of the layers that has been perhaps slightly underreported here in regards to this particular story. But I do think that the other stuff.
Uh-oh, that sounded like a disconnect.
Hello?
And they can kind of fill the.
You disconnected and
win the championship.
Crowder called back to the hello from yesterday. There's a lot of moving parts. We got to let you go anyway because we're up against a break and your phone's crapping out at the end. George Sedano tonight on ACC Network. Thank you, George.
Croquetas and pastelitos.
Hey.
Now you're really speaking to Solana. Croquetas and pastelitos. All right. Did you hear what you wanted to hear, Solana? Regarding Damian Lillard? Oh, Solana's getting a private show from George right now.
I know the pastelitos, croquetas, man, masas, they serve them.
That's your jam.
What? Had some the other day. Goodness gracious.
All right. Did you get a little private show there from Sedano? I was asking you on the air if you liked what he said about Damian Lillard, but I saw you were getting a private show.
Yeah, well, he wanted me to let you guys know that he believes if the Heat do get Dame, they're going to be a heavy favorite to win the NBA title, and he believes they can win the NBA title.
Over the Nuggets?
Yeah.
I'm skeptical.
I'm not. I mean, the Heat were right there with the Nuggets. Then you add Damian Lillard.
They got their butt whooped.
No.
The Heat could play with the Nuggets.
All those games were close. And you know what?
I went to, what game was that? 5 I went to?
No, you went to game 4.
4? The Heat couldn't even get the ball out of their hands offensively. They come down, they throw it to the big white boy. He turns around, shoots a little ugly hook, scores. The Heat go down, have 17 passes in a row to get a 40-foot jumper. They go down, throw it to the big white boy. He scores. And then the little Murray just hits all the threes he wants. He just stands the 3-point line and hits threes. Bro, the Heat were a long way away from the Nuggets last year.
The Heat were missing
Caleb Martin.
I'm a Heat fan. Y'all are making me look bad. They were not close to the Denver Nuggets.
I only blurted that out because Solana made me bet that Caleb Martin over, and he didn't hit it for 3 games.
Yeah, you also bet a Max Strus over in game 1, and he went 0-11. And both of you chose DeMar DeRozan over Jimmy Butler, so don't you tell me you're a Heat fan.
Happy birthday, Jimmy Butler. Happy birthday.
DeMar's in his bag next year.